Good morning, teacher. And today we are going to introduce Western opera. So we have three teammates, and first one is Huang Boyan, and second is Wang Qizhe, and last one is Wo Xuziqi. Okay, so I'm going to begin with the outline. So we all have the history of opera, and the second is the singing voice. And the last one is castrato. Okay, so first one, the history of opera. So singing is the easiest music to express and can be performed without bringing any musical instruments. So there are many theories about the origin of human voice. Some people think that it is the imitation of nature by man, while others say that it is a manifestation of human or animal instinct. Early vocal music may be used as a slogan at work to discover the beauty or rhythm and the tone. And vocal music also appeared in many religions with simple musical instruments, dances, spells, or poetry rituals. When people's demand for sensory stimulation or art gradually increases, operas that integrate literature, drama, or poetry, art, and dance are born accordingly. And next, the 17th century, the birth of opera. So the real opera appeared at the end of the 16th century. Before that, the so-called opera was more like storytelling. So most vocal art dates back to the Greek era. The Greeks combined poem and song into a kind of rap music. For example, Homer's was a poet, a composer and singer, and left behind the famous epic Iliad and Odyssey. The Greek tragedy that appeared in the 5th century BC was an art form that combined drama, dialogue, music, and dance, and some playwrights wrote scripts for this, and such as the tragedy writer Aeschylus, Sophocles, Euripides, and the comedy writers Aristophanes. The rise and the expansion of the Roman Empire added Greek music to elements from Asia and Africa. In other parts of Europe, after Christianity became the state religion in the 4th century, the church controlled the development of music, art, literature, science, and thought. In terms of vocal music, Pope Georgian first collected traditional tunes from the ancient East, Greece, Judea, Egypt, and other places into a chant called it Georgian chant, included in singing scriptures. The chants are sung in Latin and are monophonic music. The regulations prohibited women from singing in churches, and congregational singing have improved the singing skills and chores and created excellent singers. But they have also narrowed the development of music, suppressed secular music. The authority of the church cannot prohibit people's desire for music. From the 11th to the 14th centuries, the feudal system of Europe gradually collapsed, and the emergence of commercial cities made art and literature flourish. Vagrant artists, troubadour singers, poetry lovers, and famous singers outside the church system met people's needs. Their status and class may be different, but the content of the song is nothing more than phrasing daily life. festivals, heroes, or love, or pastoral scenery, and adding musical instruments, drama, performance, and acrobatics to make the music lively and interesting. So the development of monophonic music began to change in the 13th century. The composer put the concept of harmony and choir in the song to enrich the changes in music. So therefore, the four-part chorus of soprano, alto, tenor, and basso is separated. With the development of more voices, the soprano gradually assumed the responsibilities of the melody. It is worth mentioning that the singers were all male at that time, and the high range part was played by child voices or falsetto tuners. So Italy is the birthplace of opera. The Renaissance developed to the end of the 6th century. Humanistic ideas made artists want to restore the ancient Greeks' pursuit of beauty. A group of Florence artists and poets imitates the Greek tragedy and try to combine music and drama. This group of people jointly created the first real opera, definitely. So co-created by the poet Rinuccini and the musician P.D. The contents of Daphne and Eurydice, written by G. Cassini, are all based on Greek mythology. They created recitatives and arias. The former narrates the plot, and the latter expresses the emotions of the characters in order to emphasize clear words and loud voice. So female voices replaces false voice and child voice and played female roles, while boys played male roles and developed bel canto.
So I'm going to talk about the male singer. The male singers are usually divided into several types. There are bass, baritone, and tenor. So the bass is a singer who sings a range of F to F1 with a total of 15 degrees. And this tone is deep, sophisticated, and serious. And the baritone refers to a male singer with a range of A to A1 of 15 degrees. And usually with the song's quality soft, solemn, and composed. And the tenor is a singer with a range of 15 degrees from C to C2. And about the female singer, and they also have several types. First is alto, and then is mezzo-soprano, and then is the soprano. So the alto is the lowest part of a female voice. The range is usually of 2 octaves, F3 to F5. So the tone is wider and deeper than the soprano. Sometimes, and the mezzo-soprano is a magnetically dual and has a thick voice. Is also classified as an alto. The mezzo-soprano refers to a female singer with a range of A3 to A5, and the vocal cords are usually slightly longer and wider than the soprano. The soprano range refers to the highest range of the song's frequencies, like the adult female singer can achieve. It usually C4 to C6.
Okay, now I'm going to introduce the castrato. Would you willing to sacrifice yourself to exchange the eternity of fortune for the family or your loved ones? Okay, in 18th century, castrato is the word combined with beauty and tragedy. For the beauty is regarded as the aesthetic of the voice, and the tragedy is the life for the castrato. the voice also considered as the gift given by the God. In the age before 12 years old, most of the boys started to change their voice, aren't able to sing as Crystal and even than before. So like 75% of young boys died infection or excessive opium doses during castration operation. So they also have the side effects like your bones are keep growing, so some of castrato are more than 200 centimeters. And before this curtain, he was a famous sinner who fascinated all living beings, enjoy fame and glory. Behind the curtain, he was the innocent boy who endured humiliation and lived in the desolation situation. The castrato can't marry but still love the girls they like and have the self-demands like boys. So they have kind of tragedy and they cut off their testicles but keep their penis, and so they have the same demand as the boys. Another is talking to the voice. We are going to introduce the false voice, which means relax the muscle of the throat to sing high pitch. In recent days, we might hear male vocalists on pop singers who can sing high rates, not so-called castration. But false voice tenor, for instance, Vitas is the well-known of the false voice singer. So the most popular and the less castrato. The Carlo Broschi is born in 18th century, and the last one died in 1922 and is born in Italy is Alessandro Moleschi. And here's our presentation. Thank you for listening.